Alright everyone, so today is going to be a fun day. I'm giving you guys a tutorial on installing an MZR belly pan.
Look at that custom exhaust.
Yeah. Actually, there's an X pipe at the bottom. I totally forgot. I got a soul patch today. I don't think anyone's ever seen this much soul in their lives. So you've acquired an MZR belly pan, or you haven't, and you're just curious as to how you install a belly pan to your CB750 or any other vintage bike that might be close to fitting or having a close frame dimensioned as the CB750. We're going to show you everything you need to know about what's included in an MZR belly pan kit and how to properly install your belly pan. What's included in the kit, you have 3 squares of heat shield tape that go around where the exhaust pipes go. You also have 4 1 1/8 inch mounts with your 4 clips, threaded clips, and 4 button head, nice dressed up bolts. And then this is a little secret here that I do for everyone, because this, remember, this is for street use and track use. And so the theory is, for street use, we want a hole in the front chin at the lowest point. So when you go wash your bike, it doesn't fill up with a pool of water and then you're stuck, hours spending to get all the water out. So we have a drain hole in the front, and you have a cap that comes with the belly pan. So when you want to go on track, if you ever do, you can cap it, and then the belly pan serves the purpose of what it's originally designed for, which is preventing oil slicks on the track when you're racing. There you have it. That's what's included in the kit. And now we're going to go ahead, bring it to the bike, and show you exactly how and what we do for the process of installing it. This isn't necessarily the perfect way to do it, but it's the way we know how to do it. It's the way we like to do it, and you're more than welcome to invent your own way to do it. Tools you're gonna want for this job, I'll show you right now. So you're gonna want some kind of sandpaper, 400 grit, something to mow it down and smooth it out. Angle grinder, maybe. If that's what you have, you can use an angle grinder. Tool we like to use mostly is our Dremel with a couple different style bits. So this is like a little sanding wheel here. I don't know if you could see that. And then we also use the classic like cut-off wheels for the Dremel as well. That's a good way to have control and precise angles when you're going through the exhaust pipe cutting area. We sometimes polish it off with some air bright abrasive pad, and of course, trusty old Sharpie.
We won't go any higher than this, but we could definitely go lower if we have to. We just fitted it up a little bit just to kind of get our rough estimate of where the pipes are going to fall. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit off here. Everybody has different pipes. This is for ours. It could be different for you. We're going to take a little angle off here, just a triangle, flatten this out a little bit here, 2.5 inches on each side. And then we're going to have this wall still there.
We just kind of go one step at a time. We don't cut these tops off. Like, wraps up the frame rail and sort of matches the pitch. Like, see? So we're going to test fit it for the first time and kind of see where we're at. Next is probably going to be starting to curve it a little bit. And you inch your way up, because the whole idea is you want to get as high as possible so you have as much ground clearance as possible as well. So we started here, brought the line over and around, leaving about an inch or so here, because you want this to sort of wrap up this. Slow process, tedious process. Take your time, cut little by little. Don't cut chunks off at a time, or else you'll regret it. Number 1 piece of advice, go slow. So what Angelo did was, since there's a curve, did a bunch of relief cuts, like 4 straight lines, and there's gonna be more, but he's just gonna slowly use those lines and reliefs to remove this section away, instead of doing a crazy, like, weird sharp turn with the angle grinder, which is really hard to do, or the Dremel, I mean. Angelo's done the, I'll blow him off with the air.
He'll blow me.
Let's do a quick test fit.
It won't look pretty till it's done.
So now, look, we have a good idea of where we're at.
Now we got to look for our pressure points. So wherever it's touching, obviously needs to go.
You see,
if we look on that side, honestly, where's it? I was gonna say, now we can mark this spot for this pipe. You're gonna need a little cutout here, and then this one needs to come up.
Right.
So you're gonna need a little cutout here, and then we're gonna have to take some more off over on this side.
We must pay homage to them.
Okay, so update on the status of what he's cut so far. We've went into the first exhaust pipe in the center, and now let's see the test fit. Exhaust number 2, I misspoke. Yeah, so let me help you.
And obviously the whole thing has to come up, so that'll probably sit right in there when it's ready. I think we gotta start using sanding bit now.
Yeah?
No more cutting wheel.
How much?
You know, enough so that we can cut more. So not a lot, but yeah, that's good.
We'll have to go way deeper here, but whoa, that's aggressive.
No, it's not.
So now that we're at a point where we've used the cutoff wheel to a point where we can like get an idea of where we need to now sand, this is the point in time where Angelo is going to give you an update, as this is like a transformational phase, part of the process where we're going to transition to using a different tool now.
So this is the part where size matters, and that's why we're going to get a small sanding disc. We're just going to go very slow, like millimeters at a time on all the pressure points. So you see, like here, we need to sand this down a little bit. Here, we have to sand that area down a little bit. Here, maybe. And then we're also going to have to do this spot eventually. And I think I'm going to do this part at the bike, so I can keep going up and taking it off, getting the little spots, going back up. This is like the first step of your final step.
Yeah, that's a good point. So see how it's touching? We want to just remove a little bit more so it's not touching. Right there, guys, is where one of the heat tapes that I provide in the kit is going to go. That's like one of these, right? Because the exhaust pipe's real close, and that's just for added heat protection. This could be it.
Could be.
Damn good over here. Let's check over here.
All right, so we're at the point where we can mount it now. Took us about an hour and a half going slow. So somebody may be quicker, especially if you're a bodywork guy, whatever. But hour and a half for the average Joe to mount it up and get it ready to...
His name's Joe. All right, moving into the final phase here, which is mounting the actual belly pan. Now that we have it cut up and super flush to the frame rails, we can now get a good eyeball as to where to drill the holes for the 4 mounting points. See, you're gonna have short side, the flat side. See this flat side here? You're gonna have that facing this way. You can either do it here or in front of the engine mount. So it's either or. There's not too much rigidity difference in that. You will get a little bit more front end stability if you go in front of the engine mount. This is the point in time in the process where you're gonna maybe want an extra set of hands. You're gonna need someone to kind of like support it. Yeah, you can get creative with like holding wood blocks or something up there, but it's just always easier with someone if you have them. Now we're gonna use these speed clips here. And you might want to grab a pair of little like needle nose pliers to help hold these in place here. See what I'm doing? Kind of pinching them. And then you face the threaded part in the back. Okay?
Can you show us that again?
Yeah, so you face the threaded part, see that? In the back, so it's going to be mounted like this. So what we're doing here...
Before I drop it?
...is we've both made sure that we like it, the kink of where it's at on like both sides on the frame rail, and now we measured where these mounts are right here and here, and then we're just going to take a measurement from right above the top of the frame rail down to the clip and get a really close idea of where we need to drill.
We made these marks to know where this lines up to that, and then I made a little mark here. You're never going to see that, but I made a small mark with the pencil. So now I'm just going to measure from that mark down to where the hole is.
Got it.
And that's how we're going to get our center, which I think this one's already pretty good right there.
So they're going to vary. Don't go off the first measurement you do. That's a very important thing to note, is measure all 4 clips because they might be slightly different.
You're going to need a drill. We forgot to mention that. Just going to test fit. We're going to have to go a little bigger. I'm going to go right here on that little dash.
There you go.
Bolts. 4-mil Allen. M6 bolt. Whoa, shit.
Nice.
Still have a little bit more trimming to do, just a little bit. See how we're touching here? Just got to get that, and I think we're actually good elsewhere. Pipe is actually perfect. This side is great, which actually we were saying we're going to have to fix this side to make it look like this, but now I think we're going to have to fix this side and make it look like that.
Exactly.
Which will be good, because we'll have a little bit more space.
Yeah, so that's the difference between the rear and the front. It's pretty good. When you put it in the front here, it just holds this a little bit more. So I don't know. We'll decide what we want to do after the fact. But so that's gonna kind of like in a nutshell wrap it up for how to install and what's included in an MZR belly pan package. We hope you enjoy. Please feel free to ask us any questions at all ever in the process of installing your belly pan. If you've purchased, obviously you have our email, so feel free to ping us through there, and we're happy to help.
So all said and done, takes about 2.5 hours. Could give or take some per person, but depending on your skill level, pretty minimal tools to make it happen, just a little bit of time. And you got to have a little bit of an eye too.
Basically, to really wrap up this process, and I don't want to leave really any information out because I hate that. The goal is to kind of like give you guys every piece of information you need. So as you know, these are also included in the kit. So you're going to take one of these, trim it up, and put it on the inside around this exhaust pipe for exhaust heat prevention and protection. You're going to do the same thing to this side. And then the third slice is for the rear slip-on, right? So you're going to put one on the inside here. And the last piece to the puzzle is your drain plug. If you're never going to go on the track, I recommend just never using this, but don't lose it in case you ever need it. If you're going to wash your bike with the belly pan on, which I recommend you do, you're going to want that drain plug able to drain, because otherwise you're going to be so annoyed. I was, and that's the whole reason why I offer a drain plug now, is because it's street use belly pan. It's really for style, and that's really the whole process. We're going to go through and finalize some sanding. Once we do that, we're going to prep for paint, get it painted, and mount it back up. It's super simple, guys. Again, feel free to drop a comment, drop a like. We'd really appreciate that, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you're looking to get yourself an MZR belly pan, we will be launching that. We're only going to do a run of 25, and be sure to secure yours now. As always, we're one team, one family. Thank you for being the dopest crew out there. So I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial, and we'll catch you in the next video.